Have you got Groons? The Mega Vitamin, Mineral, Nutrient Daily Pack of gummies ready to give you the boost to take on the world. Generic brands only contain 7 to 9 vitamins in one pill. Groons Daily Pack gives you more than 20 vitamins in nutrient-dense gummies full of flavor, along with 6 grams of prebiotic fiber to support immunity, brain development, and developmental growth with ingredients backed by more than 35,000 research publications. Save up to 52% off with code FOTW at gruns.co.
Testing season is right around the corner, and this is when confidence really matters. When kids take time to review key concepts and strengthen their skills before assessments, it can make all the difference. IXL helps reinforce what they're learning right now, so they walk into every test feeling prepared, capable, and confident. IXL is an award-winning online learning platform that helps kids truly understand what they're learning. Whether they're building math confidence, strengthening reading and writing skills, or reviewing science concepts. Designed for students from pre-K through 12th grade, IXL delivers personalized, interactive practice that adapts to your child's level and pace. It's an easy, effective way to support learning as the school year heads into its final stretch. Studies show kids who use IXL score higher on tests, proven in all 50 states. IXL is used in 96 of the top 100 school districts in the U.S. Make an impact on your child's learning. Get IXL now. And listeners can get an exclusive 20% off IXL membership when they sign up today at IXLlearning.com/audio. Visit IXLlearning.com/audio to get the most effective learning program out there at the best price.
Tonight, Taylor Frankie Paul's fight to get her son back.
E.T.'s in Utah for Taylor's day in court, sharing her side for the first time. After 3 domestic violence investigations, a pulled Bachelorette season, and weeks separated from her 2-year-old son.
Then, rapper Offset shot minutes after posing with fans. His condition tonight as ex Cardi B has drama of her own.
Y'all going to jail.
And Eugene Levy on the last-minute change that saved Schitt's Creek.
And those were my favorite scenes ever in the show.
Plus, why son Dan Levy's new show is a big mistake, but in a good way.
There's no way of digging yourself out of that situation.
Then, the outcome from this premiere? Keanu Reeves, like you've never seen him.
Hell, what's going on?
And
breaking news.
90s nostalgia and stars take over American Idol.
I miss the 90s.
90s, we had soul.
From Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
I'm giving you a scoop, E.T.
To Hangin' with Mr. Cooper.
We would have had kids by now. Maybe even some grandkids, shoot.
The classic sitcoms that could be coming back to TV.
E.T. starts right now.
Oh, now. Oops.
More fallout from Mormon Wives star and dethroned Bachelorette, Taylor Frankie Paul, as she fights to regain custody of her little baby son. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Entertainment Tonight. Let's go right to Denny Directo in Salt Lake City with the very latest.
Thanks, Kevin. I was in the courtroom today. The judge ruling that Taylor will be allowed supervised visitations 8 hours per week until April 30th, the next hearing. Taylor and her ex, Dakota Mortensen, weren't here in person, but they did join remotely. Taylor never turned her camera on, and Dakota's was on for only a few seconds as their attorneys battled it out.
I think that the respondent in this case has a very difficult time with self-control.
Oh my gosh. Dakota is excellent at escalating and aggravating my client.
Stop! Dude, leave me alone.
I have concerns about volatility, even if she feels like she's being provoked, when you have a child right there in front of you. That's my concern.
Taylor and Dakota did not speak at the hearing, but the lawyers' arguments mirrored some of their reality show face-offs.
Hurts to co-parent to this very day. I do it every day, and it's the worst things I've ever done.
Wait, you don't think I'm a good dad, Taylor?
Are you gonna let me finish?
We learned about an hour before court today that Taylor filed her own restraining order against Dakota. How does that help her in this case?
This will absolutely help Taylor in the sense that she will have the opportunity to present her own evidence and be heard on her allegations that she, in fact, was the victim in this situation, that he's the one perpetrating the violence.
That filing included a new claim by Taylor that Dakota slammed her head into the dashboard of his truck.
In the ensuing chaos, also struck with his fist, her knee, and her elbow.
Now, there was body cam footage from that 2023 incident that was also resurfaced. Does that impact anything legally?
If that video is submitted as evidence, and reviewed by the court. It absolutely will be part of the evidence that the court explores.
Looking ahead to the next court hearing, how much pressure is there on this judge?
I think there's a lot of pressure. All of this swirling Bachelorette and social media stuff that we hear about, he even said from the bench that he hasn't seen any of that, and he's really focused to do the right thing and try to make the best outcome for the child.
Let's head to Hollywood, Florida, where Cardi B's estranged husband, Offset, was hospitalized after being shot.
They all want a piece of me.
New video this morning shows the Migos rapper in a wheelchair having a smoke in a hospital gown with a bandage visible on his arm. His rep tells ET he is in stable condition and being closely monitored.
God is good.
The incident unfolded last night at around 7 p.m. at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, just after Offset was snapped posing with a fan in this TMZ photo. Social video shows the chaotic aftermath with one person on the ground while another is being held back by an officer. Police arrested Offset's rival, rapper Lil TJ, and charged him with disorderly conduct. The shooter's identity has not been released and the investigation is ongoing. It's been nearly 4 years since fellow Migos rapper Takeoff was shot and killed outside a Texas bowling alley following a fight over a dice game.
Anything for clout.
Cardi, who shares 3 children with Offset, has not commented. She is set to take the stage tonight in Philadelphia for her Little Miss Drama tour. Leading up to the shooting, she took to Instagram Live revealing she was the victim of credit card fraud.
Why I see a purchase, like a $40,000 purchase from Saks, from my Amex, and then there was a $20,000 purchase on Apple. I got clear pictures of y'all in Saks. Y'all are going to jail.
Cardi loves to call people out on social media. All right, let's move on to the stars stepping out in New York, starting with Dan Levy's mini Schitt's Creek reunion with his dad, Eugene. Actually, both of Dan's parents hit the red carpet to celebrate his new series, Big Mistakes, where they opened up exclusively to ET about the recent loss of Eugene's TV wife, Catherine O'Hara.
What is a moment of hers that you hope people will embrace?
Well, I think it's basically a strong sense of family. That's really what it was about. Those were my favorite scenes ever in the show, were the family scenes. Yeah, go ahead.
How about every moment she's on camera? Every moment. We miss her deeply.
I had the studio audience wrapped around my finger.
Less than 10 weeks since Catherine's death due to cancer, Eugene revealed how back in 2015, he and Dan had to persuade the legend to play her Emmy-winning character, Moira Rose.
She didn't want to shoot in the summer because that's when she went to her cottage every summer, and we very smartly said, we'll change our schedule happily.
I love you.
In his new family comedy dropping Thursday on Netflix, Dan plays one half of a dysfunctional sibling duo who gets blackmailed into joining an organized crime ring. And no, he didn't draw from his real family life.
I think we get along better than any of the families I've ever written in my shows.
Some good laughs, mostly provided by my 2 kids, Sarah and Daniel.
I would probably say it's less interesting. Sorry, family. We have pretty boring dinners, but we're not as dysfunctional, so that's good.
Across town, our Emily Curl was at the debut of another star's comedy crime passion project, Outcome, with Keanu Reeves, Cameron Diaz, and Matt Bomer.
The love with this crew is real. Writer, director, producer, and star Jonah Hill had nothing but high praise for this A-list cast he assembled.
Who hates me?
Keanu, the whole movie hangs on his performance, and it's a stunning, he won't say this, he'll go like, oh, but it is a stunning performance. I owe him for life.
Stormed you, like, what am I doing? Help me.
Cameron is just literal heaven. There's no other way to say it. She is actual heaven.
Everything that he just gave to us is who he is as well.
Jonah called in plenty of other stars too. From Susan Lucci to Drew Barrymore to Martin Scorsese. But when it came time to cast Matt, a celeb friend helped.
I called Bradley Cooper and I said, I'm thinking of hiring Matt, and he was like, bro, do it right now. And he just like hung up. He started screaming about how brilliant Matt was.
It's a bit of art imitating life for Keanu in this movie, premiering Friday on Apple TV. He plays a beloved Hollywood star who tries to thwart a blackmailer by making amends with anyone he wronged.
Why did you stay my friend? Why are you still here?
I ordered food and I already paid for it on the app.
Keanu, you're known as one of the nicest men in Hollywood, and this character is a full 180. What was it like for you?
He's kind of post.
It comes out every now and then.
We have a little bit of. It was really fun.
One of the nicest guys in all of Hollywood. All right, back here in LA, it was a throwback theme on American Idol, and of course, our Cassie DeLauro was there.
Yeah, it was 90s night, and you know that brought the nostalgia.
The 90s was, it was the best year. It was the best. We had the best dance. Now they dance TikTok.
This is like a big reunion for us 90s stars. We love to hang out together.
That's right, the stars of Full House, Hangin' with Mr. Cooper, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and more all showed up for the 90s special, even breaking some reboot news.
Did you guys talk about it? I know the conversations
all the time. All right, I'm giving you a scoop, E.T., a big scoop. June 13th in Chicago, you might see the entire cast of Sabrina the Teenage Witch together on stage with very interesting news. And I have the nerve on American Idol.
A reboot. We need to do a reboot.
What would that look like in 2026?
Well, we got married at the very end, so we would have had kids by now. Maybe even some grandkids, shoot.
She'd be working with Louis Vuitton. We need a producer. Let's get this done.
We talked to Raven Simone. We're going to twist her arm to do it. Everyone wants a reboot.
But don't you want to see us?
I'll tell you what really disturbed me tonight when you asked the contestants, so tell me about the 90s and your favorite artists. They said, I don't know any of these songs. They weren't born, a lot of them. Think about that.
What? Look at her in her cute little Taylor Dane outfit. She doesn't even know who Taylor Dane is.
Then, darling, I'll set you free. What do you remember most about who you were in the 90s?
All I wanted to do was this. I would play fake E.T. and fake TV guy in my room. Yeah, I know, it's sad. The tapes exist.
I feel like a lot of people have been extra nostalgic for the 90s lately. So I did love Romy and Michelle's high school reunion.
Well, here's the thing. There's gonna be a sequel. It's happening. Yeah. I feel like you could fit right in.
Oh my gosh, call me.
Have a Romy and Michelle day.
That was a good one. Thanks.
Still ahead.
Don't I know you from somewhere?
Meryl meets her muse.
You look familiar.
The Devil Wears Prada is back, and Anna Wintour has notes.
Cool shoes.
Plus, why Meryl avoided her co-stars on set, as one OG star speaks out about being snubbed.
I wasn't asked to be part of a certain sequel.
Then,
what's up, E.T.?
Frankie Muniz and the return of Malcolm in the Middle.
This feels like my childhood home.
Only E.T. got the set tour full of surprises.
Sorry, Brian, I didn't know you were in here.
Occupado.
Welcome back to the American Music Awards.
30 years after that moment, Queen Latifah will return to host the AMAs live Memorial Day on CBS and Paramount+. Hey everybody, it's Kevin Frazier. The ET Podcast is a great listen when you're on the go, but the TV show, even better to watch every weekday when you're at home. Check your local listings for where ET airs in your market or go to etonline.com.
The all-new 2026 Toyota RAV4 is here, and it builds on everything drivers know and love about Toyota. With a redesigned look and modern tech that makes life behind the wheel easier than ever. The 26 RAV4 comes standard as a hybrid, providing smooth, efficient performance for both city streets and longer journeys. While the available all-wheel drive keeps you in command when conditions are unpredictable. The new RAV4 is designed around the way people actually use their SUV, from daily errands to weekend adventures. While the GR Sport model, coming soon, boasts a net combined 320 horsepower in a plug-in hybrid drivetrain with a GR-tuned suspension for an even more responsive, exciting drive. No matter which RAV4 you choose, you'll enjoy the reliability Toyota is known for, coupled with the inspiring performance that's unique to Toyota. Shop more and find details at Toyota.com. The all-new RAV4 from Toyota. Let's go places.
Springtime's the perfect time to turn the page and refresh your home style. The only problem? It can be expensive. Luckily, there's a better way to shop well-worthy pieces for less at Bob's Discount Furniture. Bob's negotiates with manufacturers to get you the best everyday low prices, giving the shopping power back to you. The power to get more style, comfort, and quality for less on amazing pieces, like stylish mid-century dining sets made for hosting those big spring brunches, pop-up sleeper sectionals with all the bells and whistles so you can turn any room into a guest room, and next-level Bobopedic mattresses so you can get a great night's rest after you've finished redecorating every room. So, when you're ready to spring into new style, stop into your nearest store or shop online and see how you can get wow-worthy style for less with Bob's Discount Furniture.
Don't I know you from somewhere? Do you look familiar?
It's a major meta moment. Anna Wintour gracing her first ever Vogue cover alongside Meryl Streep as Miranda Priestley for the top secret shoot that took months of planning.
I don't care if it's not coming out until next year.
I want it now.
Can we confirm a cameo? I think that was the cameo.
Inside the magazine, out April 28th, Anna says what we see in The Devil Wears Prada is distant from myself.
Cool shoes. Hope that's not what you're wearing to the dinner. That's all.
More Vogue reveals it was hard to get clothes for the first movie because everybody was afraid of Anna. Because of her icy character, Meryl felt she couldn't hang out with her co-stars on set of the original. Quote, I was sitting in my trailer just miserable the whole time.
So I kind of stayed to myself and sulked. I just love my job.
You might have seen the headlines. I wasn't asked to be part of a certain sequel, but I'm good. Really?
Meanwhile, Adrian Grenier, who played Anne Hathaway's love interest in the original, is poking fun at his sequel, Snubbed, in a new commercial.
So toast to Nate. He made a mean sandwich. He loved his girlfriend to a point. I mean, if they call, I'm free.
Coming up,
You're not the boss of me now.
20 years later, still no boundaries.
Can you do me a favor? Can you get me a roll?
Only ETs with Bryan Cranston and Frankie Muniz as they return to Malcolm in the Middle.
I am so excited to bring you back into the Malcolm house.
Then 3 hit shows, 3 networks, 1 guy.
When it rains, it pours.
Meet TV's most wanted man.
I'm like, what's going on?
What's up, ET? It is Frankie Muniz here, and I am on the set of the Malcolm in the Middle revival, Life is Still Unfair.
You're not the boss of me now.
The boys and Hal and Lois all shared this bathroom, and we filmed some. Oh,
Occupado.
you know this is not actually hooked up to the ground. I knew if anybody was willing to do this, it would be you. You gave 110% all the time.
On Tuesdays, I gave a strong 42%. At a certain point, I realized America wanted to see an old, flabby white guy in shorts.
I feel like you may have spent more time in tighty whities on TV than any other actor in history.
I'm so full of bacon.
People always ask, like, oh, who's the greatest person you work with or met? And I always say Bryan Cranston.
Thank you. Well, you can continue talking about me if you like. I think we have time.
No, I'm done. That's it. That's all I have.
I love you, man.
I love you too.
The TV father and son are back together for Malcolm in the Middle, Life's Still Unfair. The 4-part revival premieres Friday on Hulu.
My life is fantastic now. All I had to do is stay away from my family.
This feels like my childhood home. You know, I spent more time in this fake house than I did in my own. The first moment I met Bryan Cranston was the morning of us filming the first scene, which was where Hal was standing right there and Lois was shaving him.
I was in that very skimpy little Speedo, and then I went to get into my character's wardrobe.
This is great. This is really good. And we get paid for this.
I have lots of memories of being in here. Lois and I get mono, and we end up bedazzling like every single inch of this room.
Kind of pizzazzled out.
The last scene we ever filmed of the show, Reese makes that stink bomb, and it explodes in the car, and we're out here in the backyard hosing each other off, and I was standing right here, and this is where Lois says, "You're gonna be president
Of the United States. Dad.
It's incredible that 20 years later, I'm standing in the same spot.
Life is unfair.
Let me tell you, I cannot wait to see this. All right, now to these current fan favorite TV shows that have something, or should I say someone, in common. Our Emily Curl is with the busiest man in Hollywood.
I'm glad you came back.
I didn't have a choice. 1, 2, 3. Let's get to work.
3 shows, 3 networks, 1 guy.
When it rains, it pours. But the main thing I'm super grateful for is I just get to meet people who inspire me.
Meet Luke Tennie. He's 31. And this TV season, he's everywhere.
It's my favorite band, Gabby and the White Saviors.
Starring on Shrinking with Harrison Ford, recurring on Abbott Elementary with Quinta Brunson, and joining the pit with Noah Wiley.
Respect. So I kind of think I'm doing the same job on all three shows, which is running support for that quarterback, you know? And that's what I did in high school.
Luke's secret weapon for scoring roles? Wife Maria.
When I got that audition, my wife helped me read for it. She told me to look at the camera. I can't look at the camera. It's Abbott. I should look at the camera. So I looked at the camera and I booked it.
And it turns out Maria may have inspired more than just auditions. Luke sees similarities to his love interest on Shrinking.
Good morning, lovebirds.
Hey, how are you?
Marisol is a fashionista. My wife styled me for 2 years. She's a Latina. My wife is from Mexico. I'm like, what's going on?
Now think about it.
And the day I wrapped the pit, 2 days later, my second daughter was born. And the best job I have is fatherhood. It's my favorite job.
To talk about your three shows, let's do a rapid speed round of a three-way comparison. Which show has the best craft services?
Shrinking.
Which set has the most chaotic energy in between takes?
The pit.
Is there anything else?
Yeah, you.
What's the most zen?
Abbott. I appreciate that.
That's what I'm here for.
If there was a soundtrack for what it's like when you call cut, it's like what you hear when you get a massage. Like, bing.
You hang in there. All right now. Still ahead. Houston, we have a sitcom. The Artemis II crew just went full house in space, and Uncle Jesse has thoughts.
We were doing scenes from bad 80s sitcoms.
We have some travel deals in tonight's 60 Seconds of Steals with MorningSave.com and their ambassador, Amy Paffrath.
Starting with an 80% doorbuster deal on these Brookstone Sonic Seclude active noise-canceling wireless headphones. They're designed to block out background noise so you can stay immersed in music, podcasts, or calls, whether you're commuting, working, or unwinding at home.
Amy, that is music to my ears. How much?
We've seen these for as high as $100, but our doorbuster deal is $20. Our doorbuster deals have been wildly popular, so we limit 3 per customer to keep it fair. And just in time for summer travel, score 71% off this 3-piece Tucci Italy hard side luggage set. It features interior organization with smooth wheels, integrated combination locks, and an anti-scratch durable shell. Choose from 2 styles, 3 color options for each.
You know what? Your luggage should look as good as your vacation pics, right?
Yeah.
What's our steal?
Absolutely. We've seen these for as high as $416, but we have them for $119.99.
Get these steals while supplies last at MorningSave.com.
Hey everybody, it's Kevin Frazier. The ET Podcast is a great listen when you're on the go, but the TV show, even better to watch every weekday when you're at home. Check your local listings for where ET airs in your market or go to etonline.com.
You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you might not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
Spring is finally here, and it's that time of year when plans start becoming real. Trips are getting booked, the calendar is filling up, and the energy is shifting. Make this season count. By starting right now, you'll hit summer already feeling more confident speaking and understanding a brand new language. Whether you're prepping for a dream vacation, reconnecting with your family heritage, or just finally checking learn a new language off your bucket list, Rosetta Stone is the way to go. They've been the trusted leader in language learning for over 30 years because they skip the boring stuff. There's no memorizing random vocabulary lists or leaning on chunky translations. Instead, their intuitive method helps you naturally absorb the language by connecting words and visuals to real-world meaning. It's about learning in context, the way language was actually meant to be learned. As a trusted expert with millions of users, Rosetta Stone offers 25 different languages, including Spanish, French, German, Japanese, and more. It really is the ultimate tool for genuine growth. Ready to start learning a new language this spring? Visit rosettastone.com/rs10 today to explore Rosetta Stone and choose the language that's right for you. Go to rosettastone.com/rs10 now and begin your language learning journey.
You know that feeling when you're standing in the grocery aisle staring at a wall of plastic-wrapped chicken and gray-looking ground beef? For years, that was my routine. I'd grab whatever looked fine enough, toss it in the cart, and then spend the rest of the week trying to season the life back into it because it was just bland. But then I tried Omaha Steaks, and it completely flipped my script on quality. The first time I pulled a vacuum-sealed steak from my freezer, I realized I'd been settling for store grade when I could have had steakhouse grade. It's the ultimate convenience. I don't deal with the what's for dinner panic anymore because I have a custom plan delivered right to my door on my schedule. No more food waste from forgotten fridge meat, just high-quality proteins ready to go. Plus, it's a risk-free move. They have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Taste the Omaha Steaks difference and never settle for grocery proteins again. Get flavorful, high-quality proteins delivered by visiting omahasteaks.com, plus $35 off when you use promo code T-Bone at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com, code T-Bone. Terms apply. See site for details.
You believe in God?
Yeah.
Cannot wait for this. Tomorrow on E.T., Zendaya, Sydney Sweeney. We're with the Euphoria stars in L.A.
I'm busy for a while.
All right, before we go, it has been nearly a week since Artemis II's historic slingshot mission to the far side of the moon and back, and they've been making a lot of news. The 4 astronauts are now homeward bound and set to splash down in California on Friday. And how about this? One of the ways that they pass the time in space with this viral challenge.
We were doing scenes from bad 80s sitcom when they introduced the cast of characters.
Meet the cast of Full Capsule. The video has gotten over 1 million likes and even got John Stamos, aka Uncle Jesse's, attention. He commented, "Bad 80s sitcoms? Honored." Just gotta say kudos to these 4. They have done their job well. Take care, y'all.
Now streaming on Paramount Plus.
My center, my soul is gone.
From Academy Award nominee Taylor Sheridan.
Mine is not a family designed to withstand tragedy.
Starring Academy Award nominee Michelle Pfeiffer and Golden Globe nominee Kurt Russell.
The worry is what you do next.
You will have as much life to live as you allow yourself.
The Madison. New series now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
The greatest to ever play the game return to finish what they started.
Welcome to Survivor 50. I wanted one more shot to play the game that I fell in love with 25 years ago.
I want to win against the best of the best.
I chickened out at the final tribal.
Season 50, it's an honor.
Light your torch.
I've got some unfinished business.
Be part of history.
I have more to play for this time. Bigger than ever.
Survivor 50. New CBS Wednesday at 8/7 Central and streaming on Paramount Plus.